Friends, if you so in today's video I will talk about how to register a property. This is especially for Telangana. In Telangana, if you have any apartment that you would like to register, so what would be the process? So I will try to tell you in very simple steps, and this process will definitely help you to register your property even without an agent. So let's begin. So I have divided this entire process in three stages. Okay, stage one will collect all the documents that are required to register the property. That will be our stage number one. In the stage two, we will try to get some of the documents, and we also try to pay the challan, and also we'll try to book the slot. So that will be the goal of stage two, where uh, we'll do the payment online. Okay, that we'll call as eChallan. That will be our one of document as part of stage one, and also we'll try to book the slot that will require to go to the registration office. Okay, so this will be the goal of our stage two, and in the stage three, I will talk about how we uh, will be processing the documents on the registration office. So this will be for all the process that you can expect at the registration office. Okay, so that's all. We have total three stages that we have to follow. I think first and second are very easy, and it will not take much time. Okay, so let me start. So let's go with the stage one, right? So in the stage one, what documents you would require, right? So the documents that we would need are something like this. So first of all, let's start for the buyer, right? Buyer is the person who has bought this property, right? So buyer, all the applicants, we need the documents for all the applicants in the buyer. It could be yourself, or it could be your spouse, or anyone in your family who would like to be part of this registration, right? So those all will called as a buyer. So for buyer, we will need a document which are mandatory. One is the Aadhaar, okay, Aadhaar card, and second would be the PAN card copy. This is mandatory document, and if you don't have this, I think I would suggest make sure this is available. You apply for it and get it done. Okay, and for this, what you will need is we'll need the original, and then also we'll need a copy. Okay? And for copy, it should be color copy. So make sure you get color copy of Aadhaar and PAN card. Okay, that's requirement number one. Then second is for seller, right? For seller also it will be same. All the owners who are owners of the property, they have to produce their Aadhaar, okay, Aadhaar card and PAN card, okay, and then same thing, original and copy. Copy should be color. So that's the one thing. Make sure you get them. In case if your seller is a firm, or if it is a builder, right? Make sure you get the owner's Aadhaar card and PAN card copy. And in case if they can't come, still we need their copies. Okay, and if there is a representative who's gonna sign the documents during the process, we need to have that person's and PAN card copy as well, in the color as well as the original. That will be must. And also there will be some additional document that seller has to provide. I think seller can help you on that, because if seller is a builder, he knows what a document need to be produced. So they will definitely give you a list of documents, but this is the main document. Along with it, as mentioned, if there is a signatory authority person, then the company will also provide a later, in that they will mention that this person is allowed to sign on behalf of them. And also there will be some additional document, like they need to produce CIN, and then GSTIN, I think, document, which they know, so they can definitely help you to provide all these documents. So make sure you get all these documents. And the next would be the sales deed, right? Sales deed is the you would require its original. Make sure all the uh, signature has been done either from the authorized person who is representing the seller, right? They should sign this, and then all the buyers, all the parties within the buyer should also sign that entire document. This document will be around 20 pages. Plus, you can see additional pages for about the map of the the apartment or the flat. So you will see such documents. So this is required, right? Sales deed. Yeah. So these are the document that you can. This also you will get from the seller, right? Seller can provide you this document. So for you, as far as it's concerned, you need to make sure you have these things available. You can get others from the seller, and this also from the seller. Okay. Now, other thing that you need to do is you need to pay the registration fee, right? That will be through online. Okay. So that will be the eChallan. So this is also required, and then that's something a buyer has to make sure he pays it online and get that receipt. So for each challan, make sure once you pay that each challan, that we will talk in the stage two, right? And uh, and then you once you complete that payment, you can get a receipt, and that receipt make sure you get two copies. So you need two copies of that each challan. So that's the thing. And then next would be the slot. So slot booking, once you do the slot booked, right, you can take one copy of the slot. Okay. And also you will get one uh, e-challan number, and you will get a password for your online transaction on this site, right? In case if you have to download this registration document, so you need that password as well along. So I would suggest take a copy of it as well. Keep with you. You don't need to give it to anyone, but just keep with you. Okay. So these are all the documents that would be required when you go for registration, right? And then apart from this, you will also need people who's gonna be your witness, right? So you need at least two witness, right? So for witness, what you need is you need Aadhaar uh, copy. It can be black and white. That's fine. We don't need a color copy for this. Okay. So make sure you get Aadhaar copy of your witness. uh, so I would suggest if you are going for registration, you can look for any other uh, buyer from your society who's also going on the same day. So they can become witness for you, and you can become witness for them, right? So this is how you can manage it. But that's what you need. You need the Aadhaar copy uh, of the witness. So you need at least two witness, right? So one copy of each witness. So that's all the document we require as part of stage one. I hope you are clear. It's a simple process. That's all you need. Nothing else apart from this as part of the document concern. Okay, so now let's move on for our next stage. Okay, next stage is we need to go to registration site, as the registration Telangana registration site, and then we need to pay the challan. Okay, so for this, what you can do is you can go and type Google, and once it's up, you can say Telangana registration, right? Property. Once you put this, you will get the first one, right? Property registration. You click it. Okay, so you will get this home page, right? On this home page, what you need to do is you first of all you need to sign up. Okay, so you can see this section login. You click on it. Once you click it, you will get this option, user login. So right now, since I already signed up, and I put my login details, so it's showing here. But in your case, what you have to do is you have to click on new user register. So once you click new user register, you know it's gonna offer you this registration form, and it's very simple. You put your full name, put your gender, okay, put date of birth, put your mobile number, your email ID, and then choose your password, and then put the confirm password and enter captcha. Okay, and click on the register. Once you click it, you will get an SMS on your mobile as well as email ID, and that's all. You have to uh, you will be verified, and then you can log into the site. Sometime their servers are down, so even you send it, you will not get any SMS on your email or your phone number. So don't worry about it, keep on trying it, and you can get it. So it will offer you two options. One time, it will send OTP, and then also it give you a resend option. But after that, even if you don't receive it, don't worry about it. You don't need to use any other phone number or email ID. What you need to do is you can just simply go and click on the login, and whatever username and password you have selected, right? So first you go and select the citizen, and then you put the email ID or phone number here, and then put the password, and then put enter captcha. And what it will do is it will then again take you to that verification page. Okay, in case you have not received the, so you can keep on trying this way until you get SMS. Okay, once you get SMS, I think that's it. You will be done for the for the sign up, and then you just need to provide this information, and then you can sign into your. Okay, so that's it. You will get, so I have signed in now. Okay, now in this one, in order to pay the registration fee, you have to select this option, e-stamps. Okay, the first option on top left. Okay, that's all. You come here to this page, and then what you have to do is you need to select this option, document registration e-challan. So this is just for the document registration, right? You click on this one, and then this will give you a form where you have to provide detail about remitter and then party. So in this case, uh, you know the party would be the people, so for this also you can get details from your builder or the form, how to fill this form. But to keep it simple, I can tell you here. So in this case, first of all, remitter is the person who is buying it. So basically you have to put the name here of your name here, and then you put your address here, put your PAN number, put your Aadhaar number. You don't need to select anything here, and then put your mobile number, confirm your mobile number and email ID, right? So this information it anyway got from your registration, so that it's using here automatically. But you can still put your information here. So this is your section, because you are the remitter. And in case if you have there are more than one people, don't worry, you can just keep one primary person's detail here. That would be enough. And then in the next section, you can put the exhibit name, which will be your builder. You can put the builder name here and builder's address here. And uh, and let me show you one page. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This form, right? I was talking about. This is what we have to put. So you have to put your name here, your address, your PAN number, your Aadhaar card number, mobile number will automatically come from your during your sign up. Whatever you provide, it will gonna come automatically here. And then I think I gave you the wrong information again. Yeah, this is the one you have to put. So this is the information about the builder. So in my case, this is the builder. So this information I had to put. You can check with your builder, his name to be put here there, and then the address supposed to be used. This information also you can collect from sales dude. Okay, and then your name again and your address, right? And then what you will need to put is you have to put the information. This information also will come from the builder. So he will going to provide you the location where this property is located, which SRO it falls under, and what is the local body, it's GHMC or what, right? And then document names I can take you now here. So to this registration, okay. So in this one, it's mentioned, this first section is only for you. Next section is the executant name, executant address is basically the builder's name and address you can get from sales lead. Claimant will be your name and your address. And then in this one you have to select the, so this is for Telangana, so I can see here all the locations, right? So for me, the information that was given by builder, I just put it here, and then so what I selected here, you can see here in the document. So they asked me to select Rangareddy, so I went with Rangareddy. here, and then it will automatically bring other information. So then next is Sri Lankampalli. So I just select that. The local body, you will see GHMC Manikonda or nursing. So for me it's GHMC. And then does property belongs to ILA? So I said no, because that's what us was given here. I need to select no, right? And then document nature, I need to select the sales deed. This is sale, and then transaction time is sale deed. So that's it. What I saw here, and I put the same thing, so nothing specific. You can get help from your builder, but yeah, you can use this way as well. And then this information also you can get from builder. They can provide you exact stamp duty, transfer duty, registration fees, and number of sheets will be the document. For me, it was 20, so it was already given to me. So in this document, it's not there, but I got through a separate email based on my apartment. What would be the this charges? So make sure you don't make any mistake here, and keep the information as given to you, right? Otherwise you have to then go for correction, and also I think don't avoid that mistake. Okay, so you put all this information here, so all these are mandatory, which mention is a star, right? So you have to put that way, and then you automatically will get the total that you have to pay. Okay, so in words, and then amount paid for whom. So that will ask again, you can check your document, right? So at the end, it is selected as a claimant. Okay, claimant is who? Uh, Claimant is you. It's basically the buyer, right? So you put there's a claimant here, right? Amount paid for. So claimant. Now that's it. You click on register here, and once you go to registration, it will give you options through which you can pay the e-challan. So generally, you can pay through net banking, you can pay through cards, but I would suggest go with the net banking. You can select the banks available. I think most of the banks you can see here. Just go there. It will ask you to log in your net banking, and from there you can see the amount, and then that's all. You can pay and move forward. So that's how you get your e-challan, and then as mentioned earlier, in the this process you will get two documents. In one document you will just get the e-challan and then password. Take a print of that, you can download as well the document, and then second document will have the receipt of SRO as well as the citizen. So that copy you have to take, for that particular document you have to take two copies. Okay, take print, you can take a normal print and keep with you. So that's all we have to do as part of each challan. I think it is very simple process, not complex. Okay, once your each challan is done, what you would see is you will see a if you come back to this page again, right, you will see the same document that you can even download from here. Okay, so I can even go back to the previous page here, and then or you can come from here also. You can download even when you completely pay it, you will get a blank page. I think you will sign off, so don't worry about it. You can come to here, and then you can see your challan, and you can even see if it has been paid or not. Okay, so you will see one record here, and then you through that also you can take a download, and you can do a print, right? So that's the way you are done with it, and you got your e-challan. So that's one thing that you have to produce, right? So this is done, right? Now let's talk about the next one which we have to do after that is the slot booking, right? So how we should book the slot booking is also very easy. For slot booking, what you need to do is you can do a sign out from here. Okay, now we are done with this. You then click on the home page again on the same site. Okay, you have to go home page, and then here what you will see is you will see this option, slot booking for citizen. You click on this one, and you will get this slot booking for citizen option. So in this you don't need to do any sign up. You already signed up for that Telangana portal, right? So you can use the same credential here. So I am just using the same credential, and then putting the captcha. Okay, and then once you're done, you just click login. Right. Once you log in here, you will get this dashboard here. Okay. So in this dashboard, what you need to do is for your since you already paid each challan, you don't need to go for any other application for registration. you can simply come to this last option, which is registration pass. Click on that, and once you click that, what you will get, you have to put the challan number that you have got, right? You put that challan and you click on the fetch the details. Okay, once you click on the fetch details, it will offer you, the same information that you have fed earlier while paying the challan. So let me show you. Okay, so this uh, this was my challan number. I can click on fetch details. Okay, so in my case, since this challan was already used, so it's not going to show me. But for you, it should not be a problem. You can just click on this and click on the page details. Once you click on the page details, what you will see is you will see something like this. Okay, the next page. In the next page, you will find something like that. Okay. Oh, sorry, not this one. Let me give you. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah. This is how what you're gonna get it. So once you click that, you will get this information. So this information will come from what you have selected earlier, right? So this is what I put earlier, and I got this what I have paid there. Okay. So now in this page, what you need to do is you need to provide the details of the executant, right? Which is the seller. So seller is this one, right? So I need to put out the firm name. And now since firm is not going to have any Aadhaar number, right? So in that case, we have to provide anyone who's going to come there and sign during the registration process. So in this for this firm, they have given a authority signatory. So therefore that I put their mobile number and their Aadhaar number and their address. Okay, this address is just nothing but this firm's address, not the person address. Okay, but you need to provide this mobile number and Aadhaar number for the person who's going to come from the seller side as a representative. It could be owner, it could be a signatory authority. Okay, and then next what I put is I put my detail. Okay, I put my detail about my name. So I had two claimants. So I just put my name and my spouse name, and then same process goes here. You have to provide the mobile number and then Aadhaar number and your address. Same thing for the next claimant as well. Okay, and then the last portion is mentioned earlier. We need witness also. So you should provide the witness detail also. So at this time you should be aware who's gonna be your witness. So you put their name and same way the same pattern, mobile number, Aadhaar number, their address, and then you click on submit. Once you click on submit, you will get next page. In the next page, you don't need to do anything. It's gonna be auto filled. So it's gonna pull most of the information from the your eChallan itself. Okay, and then you click next will be a book a slot. Okay, you click on book a slot, and then what you will get is you will get the calendar, and then from there you can choose a date. So I selected one date, let's say 4th. On 4th, then it will show me the entire the slots availability, and then I can choose any slot that I'm comfortable, and my and the salary is also available for that time, right? So you can select the date and then time accordingly, and then you click on submit. Once you click submit, you will get the next page, which will be something like this. So it will say registration acknowledgement booking, and then you can download the attachment. So you click on this one, and then you can take a print of this. So just one page of print is enough for this, and that's it. You are done with your slot booking. And how it would look like, the page you can see something like this. Okay, so this will be your pass that you can take as a as a print, and then you can put on the top of your application, which is on top of your sales read and other supporting document as we discussed, right? So what it asks for you, so it will provide you the date, time. It will also give you the location, but just make sure you check with your builder or a firm that where exactly you need to go, right? So for Rangareddy, we have location in the Balanagar, the registration office, and I think most of the location like Miapur, Gachibowli, and Madhapur, and there are a list of areas which falls under Balanagar registration office. So you can go and there. Make sure you check with your builder, because they know, right? They if they have done the registration for other for other owners, they can for the other buyers, right? They can guide you which registration office you have to go. So that's all for the slot booking. Now you are done with your slot booking, and What we have done so far is now we are done with all this, right? You have done with the eChallan, you got the slot, so this document is also done for you, and others you already gonna collected, right? So that's all from a document perspective. So stage one is done, stage two is done. So now you are ready for the registration office, right? You can go and now you can start the process. Okay, so stage three, registration office, right? So in the stage three, you go to registration office on the time slot. You can go for 10-15 minutes ahead, and then you can start your process. So I will talk about the registration process that has taken in the Rangareddy office in Hyderabad. So the process was simple. You have to keep a thing in mind is you should be ready to spend at least 2 hours. So make sure you have 2 to 3 hours of time on that day when you wanted to go for registration, right? It could take more also in case if the servers are not available or some issues on technical side. But I would say roughly it will take minimum 2 hours and maximum 3 to 4 hours. So be prepared for it and go accordingly. Okay. So once you reach to the registration office, you can park your vehicle outside. There are plenty of parkings available. You put your vehicle there, two wheeler or four wheeler, and then you go to the building, which is a zoning complex. And in that, you go to the first floor. And on the first floor, once you go there, you will see left hand side the registration office. You will say small, hallway. You go there, and then you see the first left. You will see a the entry for it, and then that's the office. On the left hand side from the door, you will see there are two cabins, and those cabins are for the SROs, and those cabins is for based on the specific locations. So one handles for certain location, and other handles for by the another SRO, right? So keep that thing in mind. For Gachibowli, it will be on your right hand side. That in that two big cabins, and the person name is Shrikant Reddy. That's the person, and there is a madam also who takes care of some other areas. Uh, so that she can also, will be helping you on this during this registration process. Now, so this is on your left hand side. If you see from your door, the front will be, you will see some three counters. Okay, these three counters will be helpful during some process, but not now. Then on your right hand side, you see there is a box, and there are many counters there. Okay, now that's where your process starts. Okay, and the first thing that you should do is you should go toward that box, and in that, you will see there are three counters uh, side by side. On the second or third counter, you have to start with your process. You give your all the documents to that person for verification. What that person will do is he might probably ask you to go to that SRO's box, but I would say you can still ask them, that he has to verify it before he can go to that counter, right? So in my case, he asked us to go to the SROs directly, because if we have done this online, right? The slot booking. So he was suggested us to go there. But when we went there, he again asked to go back to the same counter, because they need to verify all these documents, especially the e-challan, right? Because he has to make sure the property values and the amount you have paid is correct or not, right? Then only he can proceed. So that will be your first counter, and that's where your everything has to be put. So what this guy will do is he is gonna take information from your e-challan, and he's gonna check, he's gonna also look your sales deed, and then try to verify if everything information is good. So he's gonna do the data entry and from the sales deed, and he will put all the buyer seller information, and he will put your PAN number, Aadhaar number, your addresses, all this information, and then the amount you have paid, right? And then he's gonna give you a printout, and he's gonna ask you to verify the information. And if any information is incorrect, you can ask him to correct it, but make sure you verify it. So that will be your first step. This process could take 15 to 30 minutes based on number of people ahead of you. I would say you can wait there, and he can call you, or even you can stay on the counter itself, but it will take around 15 to 30 minutes. Once you get that, you verify it. Now next is going to ask you to go to the that SRO. So we have two counters there. So you come out from that location, and then you go straight, and then you'll see those two. big counters or big box, right? Which one is Mr. Shrikant, and other is there is a madam who sits there. So for you, it will be, if it is Kachiboli, then it's gonna be Mr. Shrikant. He's a nice guy, and what you can do is you can just take all your document, and then that print that he's given him, he's gonna take a look on all the documents, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna verify something, and then he will ask you to provide the PAN card, the PAN card original, right? So you just give your card to him, and then he will also ask you to verify yourself, like in case if you are many, more than one, applicants, and then he will just check, and then he will just verify the the data entry as well as your sales with the sales rep. And then he's going to do some sign, and then ask you to go for the next step. So the next step is we have to go for Aadhaar and photo. So for that, there is a two counters where you will see two whiteboards is there, and then you can also see camera mounted there. It will be just opposite of this SRO, cabins. You can see two big. It's again the same the big box, where we have multiple counters basically. It's like a 3 plus 2 plus there is another counter outside as well. So there you will see two, where you will see the whiteboard, and then you just need to go there and make sure you give your all document to them in the window, and don't wait in the queue. Okay, just give your document, because that queue is for other. So make sure you give your entire document to him, and then once he'll put your document, and then once he finish others, he can call you. So he will call the buyer first, and then sorry, he will call the seller first. So whoever is seller, the property owner at this moment, right? He's gonna come, and then, or the authority signatory is gonna come, and he's gonna give his thumb impression for Aadhaar verification. So he's gonna collect the Aadhaar number from your application, and then he will validate that this is right or not. And then he's also gonna take the photo from the webcam, and that's how the seller is done. Then he will ask you for the buyer. So buyer will be all your, one by one you go, and the same process will gonna happen. You will put your thumb impression, and your photo will be taken, right? And then similarly, once it's done, then last would be your witness. And witness, again, two witness, that same Aadhaar number he's gonna verify, and then he's gonna complete that process. So that's all. This will be on this counter. Your verification is done for Aadhaar, and for buyer, seller, and witness. This is done. Now you take all the documents from this counter, and then you go back to the first counter where you started initially, right? So in that, the first counter is where he will be, and then you just give all your documents. Again, the data entry will happen here. This process again can take 15 to 30 minutes time. Similarly, for others one also, when you have given the Aadhaar and photo, it could also take somewhere around 15 to 30 minutes, depends on the number of application that counter has. But generally there is a two counter, so it's generally faster only. So now we are on the counter where again some data entry will happen, right? So that guy will again take your application, and then he's gonna put your entries on the system, and then he's gonna produce a document. Once you get the document, now your most of the process has been done. What you need to do is now you take the document, and you put it along with your entire document, and then you go towards again those same photo counter where you have given your photos and thumb impression for Aadhaar, right? You go there, and then you give this application again. This time you can remove certain pages like slot booking, and your eChallan. This document you can take it out, and then you give the entire bunch to him. And then also he will ask you the number of pages, so make sure you count them and give it to him. Now once you give this application to him, he's gonna print those Aadhaar photos and the thumb impression that he has taken earlier, right? Because it should be there in your sales deed. So he will take entire bunch of it, and then he's gonna put in the printer, and then it will print. And then once it's done, you take that application, and now you can now the next step would be, now you have to again go towards the counter where you have went to the SRO, right? So for next to the SRO, there you will see there are three counters. In that, there will be a guy who's gonna take your thumbs stamps. So and that guy will do all this process in the application order basically. So you might have to wait probably, because other people who were ahead of you might have not done the you know the stamping. So he's gonna put the blue size on, and he is a big uh, I would say plat, one big plat where he's gonna just put your thumb impression, and then he's gonna put this on a red book. In that red book, it will have all the details, your name, your witness name, your buyer, seller, all those buyer, seller, and witness information will be there, and he's gonna take thumb impression one by one, starting from buyer, the seller, and then buyer all the applicants, and then witness all the applicants. So that's all it will be done on this counter. You just once he's done on the book, so this is a read book, he's not going to do anything on your application. He's going to just put some stamps basically, and then give it to back to you. Now what you need to do now is you just need to sign the certain witness has to sign. You can go aside, and then a witness can sign, and if any place seller or the signature authority has to sign, he can also do the sign, and that's all. This is done the process. Your application has been done. Now what next you need to do is you need to next come to the same counter again, and and next to that counter, that person will collect your application, and from there he's gonna give you one receipt, which is the e-challan receipt, and he will give it that entire bunch of doc. He will validate everything, and then he's gonna manually he will validate, and then he's gonna give that bunch to again that same guy who has taken the thumb impression. And now that's it, your process is done. He is gonna put stamps on all the pages, and then he's gonna keep the document with him. Okay, and you will get a receipt now, and that receipt will be will be used by you once the application will be ready for collection. So now that's it, we are done with this process. I would say this entire process takes minimum 2 hours, and maximum could be anything based on the availability of the servers on the office, right? So it could be much more also. But yeah, minimum is 2 hours. I would say the entire process, takes process is smooth. If there is not much rush there, I would suggest go on weekdays, especially on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Monday and Friday and Saturday is I think more rush, but yeah, these other days you can go and you can get easily things done. I don't see anywhere you will face any issues until unless you put something which is incorrect, either by seller or by you as a buyer, right? If some information is wrong and if you have not verified, that may create some issues. But apart from that, if you have done everything correctly, I feel that there are very less chances of mistakes because of seller who's gonna give you the sales rate. It will be verified by the department. So I think most of the things should be good. Make sure when you pay each challan, you put only those information that has been given to you. So there will be very less chances, because apart from that, what you put is just your details about your Aadhaar, PAN, right, which you know what is, and you definitely gonna put the right one. So should not be any issues. So yeah, that's all. This stage three is completed. You got the receipt. Now you can go back to your home, and then within 1 or 2 days you can receive an SMS. You will receive an SMS, and then with that SMS, what it will ask you to come to office and collect your document. So it will be some other day, not on the same day. So in that day, so I can say this is gonna be stage four, which is document collection, right? So document collection, which is your sales deed. So in this process, you will receive SMS, and it will have an OTP. That OTP is what you are able to provide, and also make sure you have that receipt, right, that you have received at the end of the stage three process, right? You also carry that receipt, and then you go to the office. So uh, in the office, you need to go to the outside counter, any one of the counter. You go and you just give your receipt, and then tell the person that you are here to collect the documents. You got this SMS, and then give that person your receipt that you have, receipt that says your acknowledgement of your document submission. In that, just put the OTP, write it down, and then give it to that person. He's gonna put in the system, and then he's gonna put the stamp on it, and then then now you're good to go and collect the document. Now you go back and you enter the office, and you will see at the straight your ahead, you will see a counter that says document collection. Just go there. If you don't find some person there, then you can ask on the help desk, which is the next left hand side counter, and you can give that receipt. That person will look your document, and then he's gonna give you a document, and he will ask you to sign a register that you have collected the document. So you can provide your phone number and you can sign there, and that's all. That's it. You got your document. So congratulations, you have done the process and you have done yourself. So you can pat yourself that without any agent help you have done this process, and you have saved some money here, right? And you also learned something that how this entire process works. I feel this there is no there will not be any issues, I would say, because I don't see any. Since this is a government office, people feel that without agent this cannot happen, but I did not feel any time that this process is not gonna work for you. This is straightforward process. Everything is system driven, so no one can stop you as long as you have all the required document, as I mentioned. This process, entire process will work. I will try to also put some pictures here so that you can understand how this SRF looks. But I would say all this government office officials who works for this decision office, they are really good, very helpful. I have not seen anyone who is asking for something. They are really good. Everybody work hard. They put their entire thing, making sure you don't wait longer. I seen all the counters. They are trying to make sure, helping you out if in case if any question or concern, right? So yeah, that's all it has. I hope you got something out of it. But if you feel you have not understood something, please go through this entire process, and you can like this video if you found it helpful, and then enjoy your day. Thank you.